Okay, so look, there was a pretty interesting bit of Apple news that kind of flew under the radar that occurred here in the last week or so. Long story short, a couple of websites noticed that Apple filed a patent for a new image sensor that is capable of 20 stops of dynamic range. And a camera sensor's ability, or the number of stops of dynamic range that it can contain, that's really kind of how good it is at getting various levels of bright and various levels of dark. In the end, it basically makes editing those images really, really flexible. What this amounts to is a much more capable iPhone camera of the future, one that is potentially capable of actually getting even closer to cinema camera quality, even though the sensor is so small. Now, we'll have to see, obviously, how that goes, but with the iPhone already being used on new productions like F1 and 28 years later, making the camera even more capable and more powerful, that's going to open it up to even more productions, and it might even become more commonplace to see these on movie sets. Okay, so what do you think? What are you excited about with iPhone cameras of the future? So let us know what you think about this sensor, and if you think Apple is going to do an image sensor of its own, or if you think they're going to stick with Sony for the foreseeable future. Apple is definitely keen on owning as much of the supply chain as possible. So to me, I kind of think that this patent filing, I'm leaning toward Apple is actually working on its own custom image sensor and kind of breaking off that relationship with Sony.